Soundstripe.
When we talk about motorsport, I imagine everyone thinks of the car, the driver, the engine, but all too often, we forget the one thing. And I emphasize the one thing that connects the car to the track. And it's partly because of this that you'll either win or lose. The tire. Be efficient, be quick, be high performing. Zegnova tires. When we talk about motorsport, I imagine everyone thinks of the car, the driver, the engine, but all too often, we forget the one thing. And I emphasize the one thing that connects the car to the track. And it's partly because of this that you'll either win or lose. The tire. Be efficient, be quick, be high performing. Zegnova tires.
Pizza! Pizza! I can't do that. I'll get the I'll cancel.
Who knows what was going to happen? It's close to the rain, but, you know, bittersweet. I've been saying with what's happening with Irwindale, oh, my God.
Drifting. One of the driver's technique were intentionally oversteer a car to lose traction while maintaining control. In short, the car goes sideways while still going forward throughout the corner.
Top 16, round 5, the finales of HOTPIT Autofest, the finales of Irwindale Speedway. Oh my God.
Officially the last drifting competition at Irwindale.
Sadly, your last drift competition here at Irwindale Speedway, HOTPIT Autofest round 5. And that will officially round off our top 32. We'll see you here at the top 16.
If there is an amazing part of a show, there is an opposite side of it.
Oh, and Lewis with contact, not horrible.
Come on, okay.
The LS Doctor, Katsanidis!
It's like we got a fire from here, but looks like a fire. It's just a tiny little fire out back.
Back up at 4 o'clock. We're going to have the boys out here, national anthem, autograph sessions. All the things are happening. Let's have some fun. Thank you guys for coming out. See you in a little bit.
Before we get to the drift part, it is an Autofest. We enjoy all collaborations.
We're really excited to have you guys here. Really excited to have you here with HOTPIT.
Thank you guys for joining us. Awesome cars.
Welcome back to the top 16 of HOTPIT Autofest. Chris Miller and myself are here. We got a little bit of nourishment in our systems, so we have a little bit more interesting things to tell you.
I got hot dog energy now, Gary.
Whoa. The Glizzy Gobbler.
Got glizzy energy now, Gary.
I had a pizza. I had paid $8.50 for some popcorn, but it was delicious. Shout out to the kettle corn, man.
Shout out to the vendors, keeping us hydrated, keeping us well fed. Like Gary said, welcome to round two of HOTPIT Autofest. Welcome to the top 16. We are ready to send some battles here in a second.
We are at Kevin Harvick's Kern County Raceway here in Bakersfield, California.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about the schedule. It is a little bit weird. I know it's going to be a slightly awkward for the at least for the live stream viewers. People here on track, not so much. There's stuff for us to watch, right? So we're going to be doing a top 16, but we're not going all the way through to the top 8, to the grade 8 and the top 4. We're going to do the top 16 battles. We're going to take 2 hours. We're going to watch some circle track racing. We're going to get down there in the pits, work on our cars. We're going to go hit the concession stands. We're going to go visit Big Drift Energy. So it's going to be top 16, 2-hour break, and then we're going to come back for the grade 8 and round it out probably somewhere around 9 p.m. tonight on the live stream.
Yes, we are sharing this track with the Circle Track Racing. It's beautiful to see these motorsports all intertwined together since Irwindale Speedway closed. This is what we have to do to keep the SoCal automotive presence alive, and it's great to know that we can both coincide in the same event.
Yes, sir. It is great to know. And it's cool that we can appreciate the different respects of racing, right? So the circle track guys are out here cheering on the drifting guys. I was just out there tripping on those circle track guys because some of those guys are coming flying around those corners, man. It almost seems like they're going to slam into the K-rails and then boom, there they go again.
I think number 56 pulled a 19.6 around the track. I was paying attention. So,
all right. So, we're recapping some battles here.
We got the Sorensen battle.
We got the Sorensen battle.
The baby boy versus the pride, the princess.
And look right here how he just surges in. Look at this. Surges in. Boom! Almost taking out the rear quarter panel there of Amanda Sorensen. But, man, just the way he's able to control the car. Look at how fluid he is, even in the chase position. But Amanda, look at Amanda just laying it down there. Perfectly smooth lead run. Oh, man, and then the 360, rounding it off with a 360 there, just feeling something, knowing he won. You know what I mean? He felt it. Had to send her off there. A little bit of tires left.
We have Cody Bridenstine versus, I believe that's
Sean Illingworth.
Mm-hmm. And then we know the battle of that one.
Yeah, we know how this one went. But, yeah, so see right here, this is going to be the second battle, I believe. Oh, no, it's not. This is the first battle where he does make contact. So that was Cody's mistake right there, right, in the chase position. So he just surges in a little too hard trying to close the gap, almost removes his front bumper there. But for the rest of the battle, I mean, he's mimicking the angle there, mimicking the line, following him, doing what he's got to do. Just that one mistake of blowing off track there, trying to close the gap. And then if we go back into we're going to go into the chase. So this is the chase again. Well, is this the second chase?
It would have
Maybe
to
they're
be.
comparing the chase runs, the two different chase runs.
Well, no, once he goes down I'm just going to call it.
Or is this a different view of it?
Jeff Jones'
Yeah, no, this is
corner.
a different view. So, this is the second chase. This is the second chase. So a little bit better of a job, a little bit more controlled of a surge there where he didn't just dive in and fly off track. He dove in and then adjusted once he got there.
Is that somebody's phone?
Close proximity again. Yeah, somebody's phone is ringing. So that was actually a good example of Cody adjusting his chase run right there from overdoing it, to kind of dialing it back just a little bit, a little more control, a little more calm and collected, and even better proximity at the end of that lap there too.
And then here we see the one where.
So we're going to see probably both. Now we're going to see both of Sean's laps. So this would have been the first battle right after Cody, just made that little love tap there in the back of Sean's car. So Cody drawing a real nice line. Hitting the zones there, right? Yep, filling there. Good little proximity. He's got a gap there. Just there at the end there, Sean starts closing the gap. But so you see there, I think that was actually the that was the second battle, but
we go to this is.
So this is gonna be Cole Richards and Blaze Potts.
Cole Richards has a.
And look at Cole Richards, that thing just gets out of there. And Blaze Potts, I think Blaze Potts, you know what it was? It looked like he was at angle there. When a lot of the drivers want to be a little more straight to go faster through there, and Blaze Potts was mimicking the angle of Cole Richards, but not the speed.
Yeah.
So he was still mimicking the line. Blaze was still doing a good job of mirroring the line.
And it's so hard when somebody dang near doubles your power. But yet again, they do have an advantage here on the playing field because everybody has to run the same tread wear of tire.
Yeah, for sure. And then Blaze Potts lead here. So, I mean, really good lead run right there. A little bit of contact there from Cole Rich, but super good lead run from Blaze. Just, I believe it literally comes down. Honestly, I really do think it comes down to that car, man, is and taking nothing away from Cole Richards. Obviously, he's a great driver. Like, it takes the driver to be able to do that, right? But man, that car is something else.
It really is. You figure when the hot pit started, it was kind of like, hey, let's go compete. Now it's like, hey, are you ready to compete? Because this is like heavy hitters.
That's why I say taking nothing away from Cole Richards, because obviously you need to be that good of a driver to do that with the car.
Yes.
But when you have the tools to do the job, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, he's got the tools to do the job.
As we look at our top 16 field
right,
here, I believe that's who.
Bringing him out. Do we have an updated list?
Is that Dustin Ferrell in the background against Sam? I wrote it down.
I believe so. So
that would be
that's Dustin Ferrell
against Sam Maghmoumi.
That's Dustin Ferrell, and where? I don't see Sam.
Sam is behind the light pole, but Jeff's head is in the way.
You're right. Okay. All right, give me another second. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. You can use this. Yeah. Turn it on. Right now, we got Dustin Ferrell versus Sam Maghmoumi right here. Dustin Ferrell in the S14.9. For people who were confused, is a S14 with a 15 facelift. And Sam Maghmoumi in the E36 S54 turbo-powered BMW, which is crazy to see because he knows a lot about that BMW platform with engines. Inline 6 is what BMW knows. That's their bread and butter.
Speaking of bread and butter, Gary, my tummy's full and I'm feeling great. Ready for the top 16. And I'm ready for Dustin Ferrell and Sam Maghmoumi.
Uh-oh.
So what do we got? How much power do we got? These are two high horsepower cars right here.
We got the Green Ranger versus the Red Ranger.
Green Ranger versus the Red Ranger. Dustin Ferrell, the 2F Performance Black Cloud Nissan S14.9.
Sam Maghmoumi in the 361 Motorsports. 961.
Gary and Dustin Ferrell initiates. Smoke already pouring off the rear tires. Sam Maghmoumi, good job there through the sweeper. Dustin Ferrell filling the zone. There he goes, lost a bumper there. Take that thing into work. Sam doing a really good job with proximity here, actually closing in the gap. Dustin Ferrell, nice clean run through the zones, hitting where he needs to hit, doing what he needs to do. Just butter. Butter, Gary.
As our judges look at us, doing a beautiful job, my man's over here contemplating. Does he want to finish his beverage? Not really.
How strong is that?
Strong. I'd say like Keanu Reeves, Point Break strong.
All right. And so Dustin Ferrell. So Sam Maghmoumi kind of losing a little bit of angle there to sacrifice. He sacrificed a little bit of angle, but look at the proximity. It's a lot closer than what we usually see typically through that zone.
And that's hard. Do you sacrifice
Well, at this point, Gary, I'd like to see anything. I don't want to see anything sacrificed, but whatever we got to do to get that proximity, because that is going to be that's the defining factor here. That's the difference between the different battles that I've seen. Is some battles you judge what you get, right? So you're going to judge the battle that you get. 50 feet away from each other or 10 feet away from you, you're going to judge the battle, right? But what we want to see is the high proximity, the contact, the rub-ins racing. You know, as difficult as it is with this layout, those are the laps that are really exciting.
Question is, can you talk to the lead driver? Slow down.
No, that's not it. That's not what's happening here.
Please, can you please slow down for me?
I just wonder how hard. Like, I want to try this layout. I want to try chasing somebody. And I try to be like 100 feet behind. All right, so Sam Maghmoumi initiates. Dustin Ferrell starts off with good proximity. How long can he keep it? And there we. Oh wow, real nice surge there through the sweeper. Dustin Ferrell.
Contact.
And that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see right there. It's exciting. We want to see the excitement. We want to see that surge, the proximity. Dive in there. Let it all hang out. And Sam Maghmoumi doing just that. Wide open out in that last corner. Dustin Ferrell just about tapping the wall there. So that's what we like. That's the excitement factor here. That's going to be the it factor in this round. Like, are you just getting through your laps, or are you putting it on them? Are you pushing it? Are you trying to maintain that level of excitement and proximity, regardless of the track layout and how difficult it might be?
The hardest part right now is seeing Dustin drive against Sam. Is like in out. While Sam just dove in, sacrificed that little bit of distance, and stayed consistent throughout that whole. Yeah,
so
run.
A lot more fluid of a run, right?
Yes.
It was more fluid. I'll give him that. It was more fluid of a run. But the fact that Dustin Ferrell, what would you say? How would I say it? He went for it.
Yes.
He went for it. Whether it's either going to work or it's not, but it was definitely the more aggressive, the more exciting chase run.
The hardest part is now.
So who thinks Dustin Ferrell got this one? And what about Sam Maghmoumi? All right, so the crowd has spoken. We'll see what the judges think. They're definitely pointing and shaking and making fists and shaking his hand. And now he's fist pumping. And, so something's being delegated right now.
Thank you to our beautiful HOTPIT Autofest models out here being the flag officiants that we need them to be. Give it up for our models, people!
There we go. All right, so yeah, there's definitely some big discussions going on here. I can't hear anything through the glass, but the judges are going through it right now. So not an easy lap to judge.
There we go. Hey! Dustin Ferrell gets the win. Give it up for our Arizona prefixture of drifting.
Give it up for Dustin Ferrell! All right, so moving along here.
We got Casey Chavez.
In Rome Charpentier. Oh, so it's a
teammate battle.
It is a garagistic on garagistic crime going down here. We got Casey Chavez versus Rome Charpentier. So no matter what, I mean, garagistic wins this battle. That's pretty cool. That's the plus there.
The hardest from up here is to tell who's who.
I'll tell you what, garagistic is moving on to the Grade 8. And Big Duck Club. These are both Big Duck Club cars as well.
It's not that one.
Don't do that.
Sorry.
So no matter what, Garagistic and Big Duck Club will be in the Grade 8. We love to see it. Mr. RJ winning at his own event. All right.
Nobody knows.
We got. You see the side of the car there. We got Casey Chavez out front. Rome Charpentier. He's gonna follow him.
He's bringing the cone with him.
And Casey lending Rome the touch and go there. He said, here, hold on to this for me. This is the proximity we want right here. And you know these guys are going to do it because they're comfortable with each other on the same team. And look at Rome Charpentier putting in the quarter panel there of Casey Chavez.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So one of them's purple. One of them's got the purple side and one of them's got the yellow side. That's why it took me to see the side of the car, but yeah, that's Rome back there. And look at this, Gary. From the top, you can barely tell which chassis is which, but proximity from here on forward and couple door taps there from Rome Charpentier, but Casey Chavez not perturbed. He says, you know what? I'll see you in the last outer zone, buddy. And Rome said, okay, I will. I will see you in the last outer zone, my guy.
Now it's time to get that lick back.
Now let's flip him up. Now he's gonna get his lick back right now. Casey said, okay, you wanna bang in my door? Let's see. So let's see what Casey Chavez got in his chase position. Rome gonna lead.
You're like, hello, who is it?
Knocking at your door, Gary.
Knocking at heaven's door. Hey. You thought it was Axl Rose? No, it's Gary.
No, that's Gary Rose.
So, yes, and then tomorrow's when Jesus rose from the grave.
You know what? The comical timing, Gary. All right, here we go. So, switching them on up.
My man's in the corner of the cook.
Yeah, Mr. Run.
People do not realize how much production goes into this to make sure it runs smoothly.
If you think we're just back here messing around, you are sadly mistaken.
I want to give a big shout out to all our production team back here holding it down on the ones and twos. You can't see them, but we can hear them and we can feel the stress that they're going through. I feel for y'all back there.
Right you are, Gary.
Chris, Gary, we love you! Girl, you better stop. I ain't got it.
Hey, we have too many eights. Too many fans, all right? The fans have been, close the door. The fans are breaking through the door. All right, so are we sending? What are we? I'd like to figure out what these gaps are, Gary.
These gaps in time?
Yeah.
I would like to think that they're preparing a nice Grey Poupon lace sandwich.
Well, Casey Chavez and Rome Charpentier are preparing a battle for us right now. So Rome out front can initiate nice high and early. And get a good early initiation on that sweeper. Flying through there, Casey Chavez closing the gap, adding a little more angle to the dangle. And reeling him in there. Not exactly a door tap, but proximity is there for Casey Chavez. Rome Charpentier flips it right into that outer zone, fills it nicely. Just about tapping the wall. Casey Chavez, a good half a car length away from most of that.
I will say on Rome's run versus Casey's, you could see how smooth he was when he was filling out those zones, while Casey seems a little bit sporadic, not really.
More of a bobble adjustment versus a smooth, but at the same time, in Rome's chase, he did make contact. So those are seen sometimes as adjustments as well, or at least the car is upset. You know what I mean? So it's still a bobble to some degree. Some judges like a little bit of a tap. Some judges say, hey, you went a little too hard. Depends on the judge here, but.
Rome looks like he's going to get out the car and they're going to hug. Y'all give it up for these drivers. Give it up for Rome. Give it up for Casey.
Give it up for the garagistic drivers here. Rome Charpentier, Casey Chavez.
Hey, hooty hoo. I just want to yell that. Hey, don't do that. Don't come in here touching my buttons. It says do not touch them while you put buttons on here. Hey, make some noise, people. Make some noise. They're making noise. Thank you.
Give it up to them for landing on the marks.
So no matter what, a garagistic big duck club, Imagine Garage vehicle will be in the grade 8. We just don't know who yet.
Who won?
And are we gonna flag it?
I thought we were.
Rome Charpentier gets the win. Rome Charpentier gets the win.
Congratulations, Rome. Too many random things.
Yeah, Gary, you do. It's the big cranium. You got a lot of space in there.
I wish I could.
You got a lot of bandwidth.
If I know my son can spell better than me.
Oh, that's the thing, isn't it? So we got Josh Mason and Margaritis Katsanidis.
I like how each battle is an even match.
Okay,
like,
exactly.
Inline 6 versus inline 6. teammate versus teammate. Then you've got the ultimate LS builder versus the ultimate LS builder.
Yeah, these are, so we've got, so Josh Mason builds, he builds NASCAR like engines, right? Like
something like
crazy high compression V8s. And Margaritis Katsanidis, the LS doctor, we know what he builds. His car right there, sitting on a nice 775 horsepower. Josh Mason's gonna lead for us. These are two surging drivers. This will be a fun sweeper battle right here, I'm sure of it. Let's see if we can get out here with Margaritis Katsanidis in the chase position. Ooh. Josh Mason doing a good job of filling the zones, drawing a really nice line, the ideal line. Already at angle when he gets into that zone there. The transition nicely into the last touch. That's a touch and go, I believe. Yeah.
Realize how fast that run was.
It was.
It wasn't like we had time to think and process. It's just like they're on the go.
Oh, and they're in the next corner. Yep. And they're in the next corner. And the battle's over.
Margaritis is like running that fade back.
Yeah. So if I had to guess here, and I'd put money on this, we're gonna see it's gonna be so I predict that Margaritis is going to be pretty fast in the lead position. He's going to last time he filled pretty much the entire track, so I'm thinking he's going to fill the track, do a pretty good job of going pretty quick around the track, but I'm thinking the difference is going to be through that sweeper there. Josh is going to dive. He's going to dive, Gary. These are just my predictions.
These are my
It's going to be, again, and then we're going to go back to, it's the battle of aggressive, aggressive style versus technical. And there we go. Josh Mason diving through, just like I said. So closing the proximity there for Josh Mason. Pushing in the door there, Margaritis. And just a little too aggressive there from Josh Mason. Or maybe there was something there from Margaritis, but nothing I could see. Josh Mason finishing off a lap, losing that front bumper there almost.
Josh Mason, you saw him spit out Margaritis side skirt from his car.
So I couldn't see actually from my angle. I was trying to look out the window. I couldn't see whose fault that was.
The referee's going to say unnecessary roughness.
I believe it might have been unnecessary roughness on the part of Josh Mason there. On account of he was a little too aggressive in the corner there.
This is what we're waiting to see. Bump one, bump two just bumps him out of place.
Yeah, so I'm thinking probably Josh's fault there. Just a little bit aggressive. I'm not sure if maybe that wasn't a decel zone. It's got to be a decel zone though.
I think they're going to rewind the tape and see exactly what happened and where.
I think what happens here is Josh gets really aggressive. He sees the car getting into his sights, gets real confident. But if you look, Margaritis looks as if he's already sort of going. He's on his way to be 3 tires off at least, I think.
So we're looking right about.
So it looks right about here. Margaritis is dropping 2. He looks like he's on his way to be 3 tires off.
But he can't go anywhere because Josh Mason's already pushing him out the zone.
So I'm thinking he's getting bullied out of the zone right there.
The only option he has is to go into the wall.
Yeah, he's getting bullied from Josh Mason there, and then Josh Mason puts it in his store a little bit, and even more so, just bullied off the track. He was already pushing the widest possible line you could do while retaining your points. So yeah, I think just that little nudge from Josh Mason was enough to knock him out of the lap. I do think it's probably it probably is going to be Josh's fault there. Just objectively looking at it.
Fans, what do you think? Do you think Margaritis Katsanidis won? Or do you think Josh the Menace Mason won?
Yeah, so I think Josh just a tiny bit too aggressive right there, but man, look at the surge. He went from, the gap that we typically have through that zone versus now he's punching him, off the track is, world of a difference between some of these chases and some of the others.
We'll just wait and see as they deliberate.
We're gonna assess the damage there with Josh Mason looking good under the hood.
Josh Mason crouching down. His Margaritis is coming out. Why did you hit me?
And they just started throwing hands, Greg.
Oh, it's all love and drifted. It's all love and drifting. Remember, if it ain't rubbing, then it ain't racing or something like that.
Imagine if these guys built an engine together. Imagine both of these dudes built an engine.
Imagine if they built an engine for us.
It would probably make 5,000 horsepowers.
How much power? All of it?
All the horsepowers.
I always get up. Hey, man, how fast that car? Say like 600 horsepower?
Tell them yes.
How fast is it?
How fast is it? Yeah. All right, so we do have a winner, and Josh Mason gets the win. Josh Mason gets the win. I have to go see how this happened because I'm a nerd and I need to understand it.
One of y'all come here and explain this. We gonna bring them to come here. I'm not going over there.
All right, Mr. Tommy Roberts.
Tommy.
For his first guest appearance of the day. Tommy, please run it down, because how in the heck did you guys come to that conclusion?
That was a tough one. We watched the replay back a bunch of times. And in the end, you could see that Marguerite's when Josh was following him. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the replay. So
this is
Josh has a pretty good lead here. He had to extend right there, but Marguerite's was on a different car, totally way inside. So Marguerite's really messed that part up. Otherwise, Josh had a really good run, pretty solid, good angle, good smoke and speed on the line. So really, really good lead run from Josh. And then if we play this one, Marguerite's actually started out pretty good. Let's see, so really good initiation, good line there. Josh is actually following him pretty well. He's a bit inside here though, which was one of the things we really had to take a good look at. And then right here, it looks like right before Josh hit him, Margaritas was already washing out and he was already about to exceed that white line right there. He was on a trajectory to go outside of the course, regardless of the hit.
Yeah, that's what I suspected. That's why it seemed, and I was saying, it seems like this is totally Josh's fault. Look, Josh is behind. Josh is being aggressive, but he was on his way there.
Yeah, he was on his way out. But I will say, this is a big part of the discussion that we have. But Josh was on an inside line. He was cutting the line here, and he did start to unwind right here. He was probably checking up in the front of the car. When less angle, right? At the front of the car washed out, and then that's why he hit Margaritas.
Okay.
But if Margaritas wasn't going off course, maybe that wouldn't happen.
Sure.
So that's why we. It was a hard choice, but that's
yeah,
why
I can see. That was a difficult one.
Cool.
All right, so thank you, Tommy Roberts, for your professional insight. Without further ado, we got another battle coming up for you guys. This is going to be TJ Hunt and Cameron Sorensen.
The Young Buck versus the
Young Buck versus the YouTube OG.
Dang. He was back in the, you remember the Haggard Garage days?
Yeah.
Back in when LZ was still riding BMX and he had a yellow S13?
Yeah, man. You remember Caleb Quanbeck?
Caleb Quanbeck, before he became a gun aficionado?
Yeah. That was the Caleb Quanbeck.
Can we go back to the 180 Garage days?
Yeah, man. All right, well, we got a visitor. What are you doing here?
It's the IRS.
What are you doing? You changing cameras?
They got no batteries.
All right, so TJ Hunt's going to lead for us in that Valvoline 370Z, and Cameron Sorensen and the Eurofighter's going to be right on him. So look at that. Nice initiation from TJ Hunt. Lots of smoke and lots of speed from TJ Hunt. Cameron Sorensen's going to have to do something to dive in here.
Are you telling me TJ Hunt's car is that fast?
TJ Hunt is just putting on a clinic here, smoking them up, burning those tires with that Valvoline 370Z, and look at Cameron Sorensen ended up just right on the tail there of TJ Hunt by the end of that battle. So figuring it out through the lap there, Cameron Sorensen's closing that gap slowly till the end of the lap there, just right on him at the end.
Little fun fact: VR1 2050 is on sale at Walmart for $26 for 5 quarts. Valvoline VR1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's cheap.
That is really good.
This Valvoline's not paying me, by the way. I was like, yo, 2050 for 26. I stopped.
You know, nothing runs really 2050 anymore, man. Everything's 030 and 530.
My old janky Skylines are 2050.
Well, yeah, only us old men now, you know?
Don't you know about 2050, boy?
All right, so switching it up, Cameron Sorensen's going to be out front. TJ Hunt's chasing him down. And Cameron Sorensen, I'm excited to see this one. He's super fun to watch in the lead position. Like, just his set it and forget it. Somebody is so locked.
Let me know in the chat, that is a 350Z.
That's a 350Z.
Sorry, we didn't know, because we've been told 4 different cars.
Yeah, you know, I'm sorry. You're so right. Chat.
Internet, don't beat us up, please. I got a family. I've got a son who's 6'2" now. 16 years old. If I don't bring home the milk and the cookies.
You know, I can only keep up with so much. Just like the drones can keep up with this view here. What are you doing with the camera, man? It's too bright. Oh. So we are going to go.
Are you ore farming right now, as the kids say? Yes, like when you pull up to the scene, you just stand hard, like Piccolo in every fight in Dragon Ball Z.
We do have the views, though, Gary. Look at this view. Oh, wow. That's...
Hey, thank you, VF Fly. We appreciate the love. What happened to the drone fall? Oh, something's going on.
I'm not sure.
I wish I knew. But I can tell you one thing that's going on. We want to thank our sponsors.
You beat me.
Jeff Jones Racing, Big Duck Club, Big Drift Energy, BC Racing, Wise Fab, Action Clutch, The Prisma Lab, Lockdown Performance, and Tesla.
Comp Tires and Bellino Tires. And you cannot forget the U.S. Marine Corps, Gary.
That's right. That's right. And thank you to all the fans at home and in the stands for coming out as we are on a way for TJ versus Cameron Sorensen.
Here we go. Beginning the second half of the battle here. Cameron Sorensen. Oh, man. I just gotta watch this one, Gary. Oh, my goodness. Oh, TJ Hunt with a little proximity of his own. Look at that. TJ Hunt super aggressive in the chase position here. Cameron Sorensen not able to get away from him. So the experience there showing for TJ Hunt. Just the extra years he's got on him. Cameron doing a really good job, but TJ just getting away from him there in the lead and sticking it to him in the chase. But Cameron doing a great job there in the lead position as well.
TJ reminding Cameron, just because you step on this field doesn't mean you're a little boy. You're a man, you want to be a man, I'm going to treat you like
you
a
are
man.
tried as an adult here at HOTPIT Autofest.
If you're 5 years old and you drive and be ready,
look at TJ Hunt, man, just on the door. Putting it in the door. Give it up for TJ Hunt. Give it up for Cameron Sorensen.
I actually love the energy here at Kern. We get better reception here than we did at Irwindale. We're like, stomp your feet. They'd be like, no.
I thought you were talking about phone reception. My phone works great.
Oh, god dang, Chris Miller.
So, do we have a winner? Well, the judge, probably not yet, because the judges are looking.
Shout out Kobe Bryant, pilot, on the live stream, showing us some love out here.
That's his name?
Oh, I didn't even realize that. His name is Kobe Bryant's pilot.
That's crazy.
That's
out of the old pocket. Out of the old pocket.
Is that still what the kids say? It's out of pocket?
All right, so judges are going to deliberate. I'm not sure what there is really, how much there is to look at there. It seemed to have been a definitive battle there, unless there was something that I missed, which there always seems to be.
Yes.
I think we're going to run some replays back here. That is the first one.
Having a little bit of heated debates up here.
Drift Center.
This just in, Cameron Sorensen versus TJ Hunt. We are waiting for the judges to deliberate. A high five was just made.
You know, Gary, it's crazy. It only takes all of 2 seconds to actually look at the car. It's 100% a 350Z, you know? But when you're just working and the cars are just flying and you're reading and going to notes and then switching screens and then talking to live streams and then making sure you're on the right guy and then, you know, it's a little difficult. Looks like 370Z to me up here, you know? We got a nice wave there from TJ Hunt. So, not sure if we flagged him already.
I don't know who won.
Yeah, well, does anybody know?
No, we don't. High five. We don't know.
So we're not sure, but someone...
TJ Hunt won.
TJ Hunt gets the win.
Hey, shout out Chloe Works, too, for showing us live in the chat. Shout out, you know what, RJ? I might buy a BMW one day and kid on it. But I've been telling you that for years because I can't commit to BMWs. They're all so perfect. It is what it is, people.
All right, we're back. Small technical difficulty. We're gonna figure out the process here.
Who is this?
That's Trenton Beechum. And Jake Gonzalez. Jake Gonzalez. Trenton Beechum, Jake Gonzalez. Trenton Beechum out front. ESR, E46. Jake Gonzalez doing a really good job. Look at that. Proximity from Jake Gonzalez. Speed. Angle. Oh, wow. So kicking up some dust there. Trenton Beechum in that last corner. That was a real fast lap, real aggressive lap. Jake did a super good job chasing him down, mimicking angle, mirroring the line, but also staying with him, sticking with him in those difficult parts of the track, not letting him get too far away. Just right here, he got away from him for just a little bit, but there he goes. Both kind of running a slightly shallower line than normal, but beautiful lead run there from Trenton Beechum. Hitting the outer zone, kicking that cone out of the way, and Jake Gonzalez sticking with him the entire time, just about, maybe leaving him a few feet here and there, but great follow there from Jake Gonzalez, and beautiful lead there from Trent Beechum.
I think the hard part right now is going to be, will Jake be able to escape the grasp of Trent Beechum? Because Trent Beechum...
That car is definitely the more powerful car. And, I mean, if we're talking realistically here, Trent Beechum got a lot more experience as well. He's got experience in pro, driving against some of the best drivers in the world. Not that Jake isn't driving against some of the best drivers in the world, but, you know, experience matters, you know. Maybe not all that much in some of the battles. Maybe they go here, maybe they go, you know, this way, maybe they go that way. But it's a factor, Gary.
As I say, how much heart you got? You're willing to test it. That's what you got to ask yourself, because right now there's no doubt.
We've seen Jake slay some giants, and this could be no different. But we are talking about Trent here. He's got a real fast car, and he's a real aggressive driver. He just laid down a grade A lead lap, so...
Can he lay down a grade A lead follow, though?
Can he lay down a grade A follow? We'll see. I believe he can. It's going to be up to Jake to knock down the giant.
Ouch! That was slingshot.
Here they come. Jake Gonzalez out front. Jake Gonzalez stepping it out a little bit. And here we go. Trent's gonna dive in there to the door of Jake.
You already can hear about the throttle modulation from Beechum.
But Jake, just about full lock through these sections. Look at that. Look at all the angle there from Jake. All the smoke as well. Clipping that front bumper over that inner clip there. Jake Gonzalez laying it out there. That was a lot of angle, a lot of speed from Jake Gonzalez. Lots of smoke, too, from that lower horsepower car there. I'm going to run that back real quick. Check it out, Gary. So he steps it out here. He starts spinning the tires a little bit there.
He gets into it. You can notice right here, Trent Beechum starting to slowly close that gap. And about time they come to that turn, they get back to the other side.
Yeah, Trent just really comfortably just modulating, choosing his position there behind Jake. And Jake filling the zones perfectly. All the angle. That's about as much angle as you can put through that section there is Jake Gonzalez. But Trent Beechum right there on the door, not phased.
The cool thing is Jake didn't freeze under pressure. He kept it going, he kept it smooth.
So Trent Beechum in the Clone X Racing ESR wheels, Zestino tire E46. Jake Gonzalez in the Eurobahn, Nissan 240SX. Do we have a winner? Who's moving on to the Grade 8?
Will it be Trent Beechum? Will it be Jake Gonzalez?
Let's ask the chat. We always ask the crowd. What does chat think? Who's moving on, chat?
Chat, who's gonna win?
And the winner is, we do have a winner. The winner is Trenton Beechum. Trenton Beechum moves on to the Grade 8.
His name is Trenton?
It's Trent Beechum.
Where did the O-N from?
Did he drop it? I think he dropped the O-N recently, but it's Trenton.
He dropped the O-N because he was never on. I should have been around.
That's crazy. So Josh Stuart and Sean Illingworth.
Okay, roll back, hit the burnout.
Let's hit it, let's hit it.
Hey!
Jakey with the rollback. Take it to ABS, brother.
used to come to my house and get stickers.
So Jake Gonzalez with the rollback.
We got Sean Illingworth, Josh Stuart, little prospect battle.
Yes, sirree.
Kern County Raceway, how we doing out there? Make some noise.
That's right.
That's what I like to hear.
Beautiful Kern County. Let's send him. Josh Stuart out front. Sean Illingworth's gonna follow him. And these cars got some money in them, Gary.
Got some money, but they got some excellent drivers in them.
Oh yeah, look, good proximity through the sweeper. That's what we want to see. Josh Stuart putting the power to the ground, starting to draw that line here. A little bit of a bobble, but that's all right. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna shoot into this outer zone. And Sean Illingworth going way offline here.
That boy got
Cone stuck in the front left inner fender. Rounding out the lap either way. That's gotta feel funny. It's gotta feel like you just bent a control arm or something, right?
Because what most people don't understand, there's so much angle that these cars make with the angle kit that at full lock, you're dang near touching your inner rear wheel.
There ain't no room left, yeah.
You ain't got no room, boy.
No room in there.
But it's
so
okay.
Look at the dive in there, though, on the replay from Sean Illingworth. Diving in, he gripped up, he's drawn the line just perfectly, and then, just a little too aggressive there. I think he probably could have pulled that off. I think he spooked himself. He probably could have pulled that off if maybe a little bit of a tap there into Josh Stewart's store. But man, what an aggressive dive in and an aggressive try there from Sean Illingworth.
Somebody asked, did LZ go yet? Unfortunately, he couldn't qualify. Strange turn of events, his car vaporized right in front of us.
Unfortunately, he couldn't qualify because he's not here.
Yeah. He did say, mind your business.
All right, so we got that cone out of there for Sean Illingworth. Gonna clean that up.
I would love so much to just mess around and call the wrong calls, but we have to take this seriously.
We do?
Yes.
We do, Gary.
As much as I would like to yell Forsberg got the win, that's not going to happen. Here's one for you. Whoa, Nelly!
Whoa, Nelly.
Yeah.
There you go.
But that's all you get out of me today.
All right, so I assume that there's not a whole lot of damage done from that cone, so Sean's just going to go ahead and send it right back in there in the lead position, and Josh Stuart going to chase him down, see if we can get some door banging action here from these guys. Nice smoky initiation there from Sean Illingworth and Josh Mason, keeping just about the same proximity. He's Josh Stuart, thank you for that's a good correct. You know what? Good, Gary. You corrected me. So Josh Stuart. Dive in, keep the proximity, diving in again. And banging that limiter. Now, who is that, Sean or Josh, or is it both of them?
I want to say both. Sean is just trying to escape Josh, and the hardest part is they make damn near the same.
Yeah, so I think Josh Stuart is squeaking him with slightly more power, or is Sean get the advantage?
But in the LS, like that 20 horsepower difference in the LS is different.
Yeah. And you know, these chassis are a little different too. That Corvette's, I'm sure Josh Stewart's got a longer wheelbase. It puts the power down a little differently, you know.
It's made for the LS.
It's made to fit in that car, you know.
The 350Z.
Yeah.
Not to take anything away from it, it's a Z.
Yeah. So Josh Stuart with the engine platform that came in the vehicle, probably a slight advantage to the.
What do you think, Kern County? Did Josh Stuart win? Did Sean Illingworth win?
So it seems like an equal response. We got Josh Stuart fans, we got Sean Illingworth fans. But what do the judges think?
Do we want it one more time?
All right, Josh Stuart gets the win. Josh Stuart gets the win. So Josh Stuart moving on to the Grade 8.
So that battle was Pro-Spec driving versus Pro-Spec.
That was Pro-Spec on Pro-Spec right there, Gary.
The other one was Young Buck versus Vet.
Young Buck versus
just like
Vet.
the other one. And now we get into...
Oh, brother, we got Cole Richards and Jerry Johnson.
So if y'all don't know, this is like if Ken versus Ryu. Right here. Same move list, same Hadouken.
Yeah.
But with this one, it's just a light tingly. They look the same, they sound the same, but you already know one's got that fire uppercut, one's got that.
Yeah, this is Mario and Luigi right here. So let's see, is it gonna be Cole Richards? So Cole Richards out front first. Jerry Johnson's gonna chase him down. Two very similar builds here, two slightly different power plants. They both sound amazing, they both rip.
That's my boy Optimus Prime.
Here from Cole Richards out front. Whoa, big flip to angle from Cole Richards, and Josh Mason says, where you going, buddy? I don't think so. Dives in to the rear end. Look at Josh Johnson. Jerry Johnson, sorry. Look at Cole Richards out front, smoking it up. How did Jerry Johnson see through that? Making it happen nonetheless. Look at the proximity from Jerry Johnson. Cole Richards can't get away from him. Give it up for Cole Richards and Jerry Johnson.
Jerry Johnson in the Koyu Works.
That's the proximity we want. That's the lap we want to see, boys.
When y'all talk about driving, the pinnacle of motorsports, that's what I want. I don't want no watered down sangria. Give me everything in that drink so when I taste it, I'm gonna get lit. And that's what we got.
Oh man, he did that rear end, almost a backwards entry there to scrub up and be able to stay behind Cole Richards there is Jerry Johnson. And look at that, fluid. Glued to the door there of Cole Richards and Jerry Johnson. And I don't think we're gonna see anything different from the reverse battle. Jerry Johnson out front, Cole Richards gonna chase him down.
They both have generic NASCAR names.
Man, they are NASCAR'd out.
Yes.
They both got the big box filters sticking out of the hood.
Whoever loses this battle has to paint their car white. Because there's a big 94 on the side, but...
That's a 97, Gary.
Is it? I need to get lens crafted.
Yes, dude, you need LASIK.
From all those late night videos of trying to watch dudes drive in Japan.
All right, here we go, boys. The calm before the storm. Look, I gotta get a hold of this. I'm gonna take this soundboard home and load it up with a bunch of sounds for us for next time.
Thank you. Because somebody didn't do it. And I'm getting tired of it.
Hey, look at us. How professional is that?
We got more of those?
All right, moving forward. We got drones going out. The drone's going out. We are almost ready. Send the cars. Jerry Johnson out front. Cole Richards chasing him. What do we get? What do we get, Gary? Another big flick. Smoke initiation from Jerry Johnson. Pulling away, though. Cole Richards got to dive in. Cole Richards got to do something here. Jerry Johnson.
Cole, do something.
700 horsepower.
Send a turner shell. Send a turner shell.
Jerry Johnson wheeling down there. Jerry Johnson and Cole Richards.
You know what? I'm going to deem this battle DNF. Run one more time. One more time.
Yeah, you know, I didn't even get, I'm sorry, I sneezed. I didn't get to see it. Can we do it again?
God dang. Plymouth Rock fell out the sky.
Yeah, oh man, I didn't get to see that one. Can we run it back?
Judges, can I pay y'all $20 together to run it one more time?
Give it up for Cole Richards. Give it up for Jerry Johnson.
What do y'all think, Kern County?
I can't hear you. That's right.
I'm gonna try some. Kern County, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Hey!
And Jerry Johnson gets the win. Jerry Johnson moving on to the grade 8. Taking out Cole Richards.
Cole Richards, don't be sad. Shout out to the Koyu Works boys down there in the ATL.
One way or another, Koyu Works is moving on to the grade 8, Gary.
Are they both sponsored?
I believe so.
Oh, shoot. It's a double whammy, baby. This, you know what? You know what? They may have took Irwindale, but I don't mind coming to the beautiful city of Bakersfield for this type of crowd.
I'm wrong, Gary. So Koyu Works doesn't move on to the grade 8. Jerry Johnson.
You know what?
Does it. Jerry Johnson is.
Nah, they move on because they with me. Koyu Works low key gonna sponsor.
You know what? You know, I just realized Jerry Johnson is on Cage Kid's team. He's on the Cage Kids team.
Oh, he's with Rob Parsons.
He's with Rob Parsons.
With old crazy legs.
Old crazy legs.
Next, we got the battle I've been waiting for. Blood versus blood. Red versus red.
Child
versus Luke Pakula. Luke JZ S14 versus LS S14. Big Wing versus Duckbill. The battle of the late 2010s. Style, profiling.
This is how cars looked
back in my day.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, we didn't have all these tires. Back in my day, you could go to McDonald's, you get a chicken sandwich, fries, a drink, and some cookies for $4.39.
Back in my day.
Stop. Somebody said, Jerry, go, Utah. Oh, Utah. Jerry from Utah?
Jerry Johnson from Utah.
Shout out to the Jazz. That's the only sports team I know.
Oh, that makes sense. The Cage Kids Toyota GT86. All right, so Dino Child out front. And use all that down force to put the tire to the ground. And JDM Booger S14. Luke Pakula. Uh-oh, we got a yard sale already.
I'm trying to see what's going on. The drone footage is not droning right now.
We got a nice, smooth, controlled lead lap here from Dino Child. And Luke Pakula just doing a good job of mirroring the line. Could have a little bit better proximity, but doing a really good job in the chase position, mirroring the line of Dino Child.
I would say some of those were a little bit more mellow than we're used to seeing from Luke Pakula. Even if you go back here to this replay, we will see.
Yeah, let's run it back.
What we get right here, we give you a play-by-play as Dino Child initiates, and as soon as he gets in there, bumper's gone. Goodbye. $5.
Oh, that's what happened. I was wondering.
And then they're getting to this other one. It's just Luke's just semi-inconsistent with some of it because he is playing catch-up.
Yeah.
But he's just sacrificing a little bit of style to get that proximity.
But here, a little bobble there, but here, he's doing a pretty good job of drawing the same line that Dino's drawing, pretty much mimicking the angle. Just could have done a slightly better job with the proximity, but great job there from Luke Pakula. Now he's going to lead for us. Alrighty. Luke Pakula out front. Dino Child. Big old wing out there for Dino.
Remember, if you could not make it to Hot Pit physically, don't forget to type in HOTPIT Autofest on your YouTube, and you can watch this stream for free. This entertainment is brought to you by HOTPIT Autofest, the good sponsors that help us out here every day. Jeff Jones Racing, Big Duck Club, Big Drift Energy, BC Racing, Wise Found, Action Clutch, the Prisma Lab, Lockdown Performance, and let's not forget the U.S. Marine Corps.
I'd like to take a little moment to thank our tire sponsors as well. Thank you, Zestino Tires. Thank you, Zeknova Tires. Thank you to XCal Tires. And thank you to Valino Tires. All right, here we go. Luke Pakula out front. Dino Child already making some contact there on the back end of that S14. Oh, Luke Pakula absolutely rocketing through that sweeper there. So later, Dino. And Dino says, no, no, no. You close the gap here and dive in. Dino missed just about the front and left half of that S14 there. Oh, and Dino doesn't want the lap to end, man. Just running the wall all the way. So pretty timid lap there from Luke Pakula again. Luke Pakula, very, very controlled, very, what would you call it, Gary? Like concise and controlled driving right now. He's not very sporadic. He's not all over the place. He's smooth. He's controlled. Just drawing the nice line around the track, not going too crazy.
I think it's mainly
just filling the zones.
Yes, it's mainly due to the fact that he's leading now.
Yeah,
he knows what to do.
And this is what I was talking about, how there's different types of drivers. Pakula is an aggressive driver, but he's also a very technical driver. Driving for so long, he understands what we're doing here. He's got to go he's going for points, right? He's got to draw the right line, and that's what he's doing there. Filling all the zones, hitting the angle, smoking it up. So beautiful lead there from Luke Pakula. Dino Child, the Leuna S14, having a little trouble there, hitting that cone with a little yard sale at the beginning of his lead lap.
It's all good. Who do you think won, people? Luke Pakula? Do y'all think Dino Child's won? Or do y'all want to see it one more time?
Got a couple one more times?
Oh, there's a couple. There's a, hey man, you can sit down for a minute. Let's see?
See?
They're frustrated. flustered in the face.
All right, we do have a winner. And moving on to the grade 8. He's in an S14. It's red. Luke Pakula. Moving on to the grade 8. Luke Pakula. And shout out Dino Child. Thank you, sir. We'll see you in the pits, my brother.
Chris, this has been an eventful.
What an event. And look at it. Luke Pakula's taking the practice lap. Give it up for Luke Pakula! All right, Gary, so that was our top 16. It was a roller coaster, right, of runs. We had some really crazy, really aggressive runs. We were showcasing some of the stuff I was telling you about. We know we're gonna fly through the sweeper, right? Some of these guys are real aggressive. And then we had some of the more technical runs, which we do like to see as well, because you also want to see the way the line is supposed to be drawn. And we all know that it's super exciting for us to see people crash and people rubbing their doors and blowing their bumpers off and stuff like that. But it is great to see that we still understand that we have to draw the line right. We have to hit the boxes, we have to hit the touch and goes. We got to hit the outer zones, and so we're doing both of that. We're getting all the boxes checked here, Gary, at Kern County Raceway.
I think the hardest part of this is seeing so many dynamic battles go down that I wish they were different.
You know, I was gonna say I wish we could switch up a few of the matchups just for the excitement factor. But that's the way drifting is, right? And that's why we have qualifying, and that's just the way the bracket system works. You never know who you're gonna get lined up with. It totally depends on you and the other person where the cards just fall. So that's the kind of cool part of it, is the random factor. The only factor that probably is the least random factor I would think would be the number one and the lowest qualifying, because then you got arguably the worst driver of the weekend versus the best driver of the weekend as far as qualifying is considered. So
sometimes can get considered.
But that can flip-flop.
Yes.
That can also flip-flop.
Exactly. There's been people here that have qualified last and rose
all the way to the top 4 or the grade 8. So we're gonna I think we're gonna visit one of the battles here. And we got Mr. Tommy Roberts.
Hello.
So are we passing it off to you guys?
Yes.
All right, both. Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna leave you guys here with Tommy Roberts and Riley Cahill and Daryl Priona. All right. So these are gonna be our judges. They're gonna give you more insight. I know I talk a lot, but I don't exactly know what I'm talking about all the time. These guys do. So here we go. Passing you off now.
What's up, live stream? It's your boy, Daryl. I have a voice for this.
Yeah. Hello. I'm Riley. I'm one of the judges here for HOTPIT, repeat offender for last season and this season, so happy to be here. Hello, live stream. And we'll go ahead and do a little intro.
My name is Daryl. I am also a judge. I am filling in for, I'm filling in for Tony, yeah.
Some runs. We're going to watch the replay. We're going to kind of hash out how we came up with our decisions. So the guys are working up some stuff here. Let's see. Let's take a look. We got Josh Stuart and Illingworth. Okay. Yeah, Josh was looking good. Yeah, he's fast. They're both fast, like consistent gap. Josh flung it, added some angle, went into that outer zone. He's a little bit off there, had to straighten out to pull it back on. So that was definitely.
There you had that bobble. And then it was the closing rate, so Sean was inside on the line. I don't know if we can kind of rewind back to that little section there.
So yeah, this would be like kind of a controversial one here. It's like, there's a spin out, there's a little bit of a collision causing the spin out. So this is one where we're trying to look for some blame. We're trying to figure out why Sean would spin out there. Is it his fault? Is it?
So you see, he's back. Josh is up high on that, whereas Sean was inside, and then that rate of closure just didn't work out. So, yes, Josh had a bobble / straighten there, but that's the lesser of two evils.
Yeah, he had already corrected. It's already good. Now we're good. He's on the gas. And oh, you know, another thing we did actually say during the drivers' meeting that is a part that you do need to be a little bit careful, because that is a faster part of the track, and you're actually coming into a slower part of the track. So there will be some very minimal slowdown kind of going into that next outer zone. So yeah, I don't know. I think that all checks out. Seems good. Good decision. Rome.
Yeah.
Casey in the E46. Rome in the E36.
Bounce around some different ones. All right, back to us. So hopefully that makes sense. I can't see what the live chat's saying, so if you guys are asking questions, yeah, we're just talking away. But hopefully that gives some clarification on that. I know it was a topic of contention.
All right, let's see what the next one is.
Okay, here's the chase.
Yeah, Sean's been looking super good, super consistent, like super good line, fast. Josh is sticking with him. You know, actually, both kind of washed out on that one, but you know, Josh is following the lead car, so little mistake from Sean, but other than that, honestly, super clean run, just you know, washed out on that outer zone. But yeah, Josh followed him pretty well, did what he had to do. So
I feel that Sean had a little more shaky of a lead when you're comparing leads to lead. But they both had bobbles there, so we're just working through.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty straightforward one, other than the spin out. So let's see what they have next.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We appreciate you, too, by the way.
How about that Jerry Johnson and Cole Richards battle, though?
Yes.
Ooh. It was super good. Yeah. I mean, I would love to go over that, because it's not like necessarily a weird, controversial one. I would just love to like break down like a super good run. Yeah. Okay. We'll go back to a controversial one. We got Margaritas and Josh Mason, both super high-powered cars, fast drivers, experienced drivers. Let's check it out. Margaritas coming in, good initiation, decent line through there. Josh Mason, pretty good timing on the transition, but comes up pretty short, kind of cuts that line. Margaritas, oh yes. So Margaritas was doing pretty good, and then he just started washing out and went off track. And we were trying to break this down and trying to figure out like who, you know, did he go off track because Mason hit him, or was he already going off track? And it really just looked like he was slowing down. And you can't see it in this replay, but live, when we're looking at it from, you know, ground level, there was actually a pretty big e-brake correction going through there as well from Margaritas. So, you know, kind of closed that gap. And I can imagine that as a driver, Mason was probably like stabbing the brakes and probably got the front end to wash out. So
this is where you know, as a chase driver, you kind of putting it into the judge's hands. So I actually sided with Margaritas.
Mm-hmm. For valid reasons, too.
Yeah, so because if we run it back, his approach, can you run that back again? So Mason's approach, he was playing catch-up early on, you know, coming into outer zone 1 and then going into 2. And so he was offline. He was further forward. And if Margaritas, which it appeared it looked like he was going to go off course, but because Josh hit him, it kind of weighed against Josh in that sense.
Yeah, if Josh wasn't in this position, if he put himself in a better position, we wouldn't even have this conversation, really.
Yeah, so you see the front of his car kind of washes out, and then it hits Margaritas. I feel like if Margaritas would have continued on, it probably would have ended as a 3-tire off right there, and that bump could have just been the deciding factor of 3 tires or 2 tires.
Yeah.
So we weren't in full agreement on this, and you know, valid points from both sides. Hopefully, chat.
And going back to the Josh Mason's lead run, I mean, it was just a really, really good lead run. So we also have to look at that. You know, Margaritas fell back quite a bit, cut the line a bit in his chase. So it's not just this part of this run that is the determining factor. There's a lot of other things that we looked at as well. So, do you want this thing, Daryl? You want to chat a little bit?
Yeah, I'll do one.
So yeah, we're back. So we just want to kind of clarify some of that stuff, how we're looking at the runs. This course layouts, for me, it's pretty heavy from outer zone 1 going into 2. I prefer the drivers kind of treat that as one big outer zone.
Yeah, almost like a power alley, right? You have to stay committed from inner clip 1, inner clip 2, out into outer zone 1.
Yeah, and you'll see the drivers that are missing inner clip 1. Oh, here we go. Here's Jerry and Cole.
Yeah, this was an incredible battle.
This was like a finals battle
Yep.
in the chase. I mean, just absolutely committed.
Almost looking like he's like backing it into outer zone too.
And it was,
Cole
you know,
here.
hat tip to, I think Cole was leading this in the first one, like just a solid lead, hitting all the marks, given space. And as a chase driver, that's where you can kind of fall into that pocket.
Yeah, exactly. You can't have a good chase unless you have a really good lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, how are we doing, chat? I got the chat up now, so you can yell at us or call us names. We can see it now. Yeah. So that was an exciting run. I thought, you know, that's one of those battles where you would hope to see in the finals,
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
because it's, plus the cars almost match.
I think we have one more that we're looking at, right? No, I thought we were looking at one more.
Okay, we're gonna go down to Mike,
Yep.
Porter, and Jackson Orr. So thanks again for tuning in. Appreciate you hanging around. We'll see you in a bit.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'm here with Jackson Orr. Jackson, we're getting ready for the top 16 ceremony. You were driving Jeff Jones' car for this round. Tell us about how that was, your plan to make it flow with your style, and a little bit about this track layout.
Yeah, man, right on. So first of all, huge thank you to Jeff Jones, CEO of HOTPIT. He was actually nice enough to lend me a car, got me out of a tough spot. I'm driving with Chris Forsberg. He's been my spotter all season. He was my spotter last year. So a big thank you to him. He came out and helped me, kind of gave me some pointers and tips. Obviously, he knows his way around a Z chassis. So he's been driving those for, I mean, years and years and years. So he's got tons of knowledge on a Z chassis. So he helped me out. Driving the car was a little bit of a challenge. Getting familiar with the chassis. I came from an S chassis last year. Some of you may have remembered I was driving the Bloodmasters car from days of the past.
Yeah. That thing was dope, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it worked out great. So driving the Z was a little bit of a challenge. The first day we made some adjustments with the alignment, changed the sway bar settings, took the spacers off, trying to get it to behave a little bit more like the Z that I've driven for Chris before, one of his demo cars, a VQ twin turbo demo car. So speaking of that car, we're planning on popping out next round with a brand new Z, VQ twin turbo powered. It'll be a Forsberg racing car, so very excited to debut that. And kind of in that idea is why I decided I wanted to reach out and see if I could drive a Z for round 2. So
yeah, man, we're really looking forward to you for you to bring out the 400Z, the second ever 400Z in competition. So your motor, you know, made a little bit of cappuccino. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened in your motor setup and what ultimately led to the demise of that, and how your rebuild is going for round 3?
Yeah, man, of course. So we had the car all together. It was a chassis that we've been putting in work over the winter. We basically just put a new motor in it, new turbos, got it all ready for the dyno. We got it started up, got it onto the dyno, made a couple of runs, and then we noticed we had a problem in the top end. We had a cam phaser that was making a ton of noise, and we kind of just started going down from there, if that makes sense. So cam phaser was making a bunch of noise. We're like, why is that? And so we drained the oil, had a bunch of sparkles in the oil. Obviously not something you want to see on a brand new engine. So we pulled the pan and just got an assessment of everything, and unfortunately had to get the engine out. And that was literally one day before round 1. We just couldn't put something together fast enough to show up to round 1, so that was the reason we missed it. But yeah, then now we got an engine. It's at the machine shop. It's getting put together right now, and we were just at the demise of timelines. Couldn't get the parts in hand. So, but we'll be there for round 3.
Awesome, man. Well, can't wait to see you out there with that. Thank you so much for talking with us. We're going to get into the top 16 ceremony. Back up to you guys.
Crown Vic area, particularly, and I see candy, bags
What's up, guys?
of goodies.
I'm over here, RJ,
I see,
and
Robbie
holy
Sawyer,
freaking
who
moly,
I don't know how
what a
much
top
sleep he
16,
got, but
man.
I'm gonna go
I wish
find
Jeff
out.
was here over here, but he's down there running some,
Robbie.
putting down some fires. But dude, what an incredible top 16! What I was
Robbie,
able
I'm
to
down
see
here with
is
you right now.
absolutely freaking
And
amazing.
you are,
I mean, the new drivers that are
you
coming.
can sign
the
this shirt.
guest
It's going
drivers are
to the
just
goodie bag
ridiculous.
after this one. I got brand new ones.
What
So
can we say? You
the
know, Kern
first and
County
only
is
on this
opening
shirt.
their
Retired
arms to us. They have
with
welcomed
one of my
us,
favorite dirt
and
racers
it's
that's
just
coming
such
back
a
to
good
pavement, Robbie
experience, you know,
Sawyer.
as one of the
You were
owners
racing last night,
you know,
got
the
the door
organization
knocked
crew,
off.
it's just been
That didn't
an
stop you
amazing
until
team to work with.
eventually the car did,
So
right?
what we're doing right
Yeah,
now,
I just
you guys might be
got
able to
tore up
see
on the
in
first
live
lap
stream.
and tried to limp it around for the rest of the race, and I got frustrated and just pulled off. It just wasn't handling good, so we were still up there just
Underway, fans are making their way onto the racetrack. Welcome, everybody.
When we talk about motorsport, I am